In the past, there have been numerous ambitious mega project ideas that seemed almost crazy. Surprisingly, many of these ideas originate from Tokyo, a place quite prone to earthquakes. In today's episode, we'll explore 6 incredibly ambitious Tokyo mega projects, including a hexagonal building taller than the Burj Khalifa, a 4,000-meter tall skyscraper resembling Mount Fuji, and a tower that could dwarf Mount Everest by a whole kilometer. We'll also take a look at the reasons behind the proposals of these insane mega projects. Tokyo's metropolitan area is the world's largest, hosting an estimated 40 million people. The Greater Tokyo area comprises roughly 30% of Japan's entire population. To grasp this, we need to consider Japan's geography. Over 80% of Japan's land consists of densely forested mountains, with the most famous one being Mount Fuji, situated just 100 kilometers southwest of the capital. These mountains enclose long, narrow valleys along the coast where the majority of the population resides in densely developed areas. Following World War II, Japan witnessed a post-war surge in both its population and economy. Although birth rates began to level off in the early 1950s, Japan's economy continued to prosper, famously known as the Japanese economic miracle. Consequently, even as fertility rates declined nationwide, the number of people residing in urban centers like Tokyo kept growing. Millions of rural Japanese individuals sought better job prospects, opportunities, and living conditions in the city. While Tokyo's population has recently begun to decline for the first time this year, it remains one of the world's most densely populated urban areas. Due to limited available land, the city turned to vertical development to accommodate its large population, resulting in a skyline adorned with over 160 skyscrapers exceeding 150 meters in height, a testament to decades of remarkable economic growth. However, this vertical growth brings its own challenges. Situated in the Pacific Ring of Fire, where 4 major tectonic plates meet, Japan frequently experiences severe earthquakes. In fact, Japan stands as one of the most seismically active regions globally, enduring around 2,000 earthquakes annually. Moreover, Japan boasts over 100 active volcanoes, including the famous Mount Fuji located near Tokyo, which last erupted 300 years ago. This raises the question, why does Tokyo of all places have numerous planned mega projects? Well, let's find out. The first mega project we'll discuss on our list is Sky City 1000. This visionary project, introduced in 1989, proposed a skyscraper reaching a height of 1,000 meters. While it may be the smallest among our listed mega projects, it would have outstripped the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the world's tallest building, by as much as 170 meters. Sky City, like other mega projects mentioned here, was put forth during the peak of the Japanese asset price bubble. At this time, real estate and stock prices were significantly inflated beyond their actual value. This led to companies, including the Takinaka Corporation, which proposed this project, being excessively optimistic about their endeavor's success. The vision for Sky City 1000 involved a building comprised of 14 dish-shaped aerial platforms called space plateaus, stacked on top of one another. Each plateau's center would host a sizable green area with an artificial pond, while the perimeter of each plateau was designated for residential units, accommodating over 35,000 people. The plan also featured individual trains to travel around these 14 plateaus. Upon its announcement in 1989, it gained widespread attention globally, not just in Japan. As the 21st century began, many people considered it the future of skyscrapers. It even featured on an episode of Extreme Engineering on the Discovery Channel. High-speed elevators for the building were in the experimental phase, and fire simulations using Tokyo's Seoul Fire helicopter were conducted for preparation. Despite the extensive planning and international recognition, the Sky City 1000 vision remained unrealized. In 1992, Japan's economy stalled due to the bursting of the asset price bubble. Moreover, the skyscraper's lengthy construction period and economic impracticality made it unfeasible at the time. The next ambitious project on our list is the Sky Mile Tower, soaring over 1,700 meters in height. This tower, if ever completed, would be more than double the Burj Khalifa's height. It's part of the next Tokyo 2045 initiative, designed with an eye on the future impacts of climate change and rising sea levels. The Sky Mile Tower would serve as a centerpiece of a futuristic development that could function as a standalone mega city. Next Tokyo 2045 was launched in 2015 to explore solutions for Tokyo's population challenges and the threat of rising sea levels. The plan aimed to create a resilient and self-sustaining mega city capable of withstanding natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, and typhoons. Given Tokyo's limited available land, the strategy involved constructing artificial islands in Tokyo Bay. The tower itself would boast over 400 floors and potentially accommodate up to 55,000 residents simultaneously. Its hexagonal shape isn't just for aesthetics. Extensive wind tests and simulations revealed that this shape offered the best resistance to strong winds, crucial considering the tower's immense height. Additionally, vertical slots along the tower's length were planned to permit the passage of high-altitude winds. During the planning phase, the Sky Mile Tower faced a challenge regarding water supply to higher floors. It was deemed too costly and impractical to pump water from the bottom to the top. To address this, the tower would collect and treat rainwater and atmospheric vapor. Below the tower, hexagonal structures would function as both artificial islands and wave barriers for Tokyo Bay. Some might even serve as ports. Plans also included using these structures and surrounding salt water to cultivate algae for fuel. Despite these innovative ideas, as of now, the project remains a concept, with no significant progress made towards its actual construction, although it is slated for completion by 2045. Now, let's delve into the Aeropolis 2001. Similar to the previously mentioned Sky City 1000, Aeropolis 2001 was a visionary project proposed during the Japanese asset price bubble in 1989. It would have been soared to over 500 stories and 2,000 meters in height, symbolizing 21st century Tokyo if it had been realized. Inspired by the Illinois, a visionary mile-high skyscraper in Chicago, Aeropolis 2001 aimed to demonstrate the Audacious Corporation's advanced research and technology. The building would have been situated a few kilometers off the Tokyo Bay coast on an artificial island with a diameter of about 700 meters and could have housed up to 140,000 people. Furthermore, Aeropolis 2001 planned for a high-speed shuttle lift that could transport residents from the ground to the top floor in just 15 minutes. The construction was expected to span at least 60 years and come with a staggering price tag of $330 billion. Our next colossal mega project is the Shimizu Mega City Pyramid, reaching a towering height of 2,004 meters above the ground with a vast total floor area spanning 8 square kilometers. This project, inspired by the Great Pyramids of Giza, aspires to become the large man-made structure ever, engineered to withstand all natural disasters. The visionary Shimizu Corporation, known for its ambitious and futuristic construction proposals, spearheads this endeavor. They've even explored ideas like constructing an underwater city and establishing a power station on the moon. The pyramid's framework would consist of 204 smaller individual pyramids stacked atop each other, forming the larger structure. Interestingly, the pyramid itself would be hollow, serving as a superstructure for 100-story skyscrapers built inside. The outer pyramid would act as a formidable barrier, capable of enduring strong winds, typhoons, earthquakes, and even the force of a tsunami. This intentional hollow design allows winds and water to pass through, with the structure absorbing their impact. In its entirety, this mega project could house up to 1 million people and be self-sustaining. Plans include applying a photovoltaic film to the structure's trusses to generate electricity for the entire pyramid, along with the power generation from wind and wave energy systems. Maintenance is set to be automated, relying on robots and artificial intelligence. The project's immense size poses a challenge, as today's construction materials and technology would cause the entire structure to collapse due to its weight. It hinges on the future availability of robust, lightweight experimental materials like graphene. Originally, the megacity project aimed to commence construction by 2030, but since its inception, no concrete plans or developments have materialized. Nevertheless, Shimizu maintains optimism about the project's future and aims to complete the pyramid by 2110. Now let's explore the colossal Exceed 4000 mega project. This conceptual skyscraper was proposed and designed in 1995 and draws design inspiration from Japan's iconic Mount Fuji. If the Exceed 4000 were ever realized, standing at the height of 4,000 meters, it would have surpassed Mount Fuji's stature, becoming the tallest point in the entire country. With a total of 700 floors, this building could have accommodated 1 million permanent residents, essentially forming a self-sustained megacity. Inhabitants of this theoretical skyscraper could live for extended periods without leaving the building, as it would offer a comprehensive array of services and amenities. An intriguing design feature of the Exceed 4000 involved the inclusion of actively pressurized rooms on higher floors to prevent occupants from experiencing altitude sickness, akin to the condition inside an airplane cabin. The tower was intentionally designed with openings along its length to enable winds to circulate the structure without imposing excessive pressure on its foundations. The final mega project on our list is the remarkable Tokyo Tower of Babel. This visionary construction is the most ambitious and towering building ever conceived. With a staggering height of 10,000 meters above the ground, it would have not only been the world's tallest building, but also the tallest structure on the planet's surface, surpassing Mount Everest by over 1 kilometer. The concept for the Tokyo Tower of Babel was initially proposed in 1992 by Japanese engineer and architect Toshio Ojima from Waseda University. This tower was a visionary undertaking designed to accommodate as many as 30 million people and operate as a self-sustaining arcology. Due to its immense size, the base of the entire structure alone would have equaled 4,100 square kilometers, nearly twice the size of the entire Tokyo metropolitan area. Although the likelihood of this project ever commencing construction is exceedingly low, estimates suggest that the Tokyo Tower of Babel could have cost as much as $22 trillion, nearly a quarter of the entire world's GDP. Additionally, the project was projected to take as long as 150 years to complete. As Tokyo's population remains densely concentrated, it's no wonder that the city has proposed numerous of these extraordinary mega projects. Despite the inherent challenges posed by frequent earthquakes and tsunamis, Japanese architects and engineers have demonstrated their expertise in constructing structures capable of withstanding the forces of nature. And there you have it, Tokyo's impossible skyscrapers that look like they come right out of a sci-fi movie. So, do you think any of these insane mega projects would ever be built? What do you think of the skyscrapers of the future would look like? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's episode, let me know by hitting that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.